Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have yet another fantastic video following on from yesterday's near viral effort that I put out. Yes, in fact it got 5,500 views before I removed it. Yes, okay. Those of you who haven't seen it yet, sorry. Sorry, I've taken it down. It's not because of Chris, okay, so don't worry about that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to go through what was in yesterday's video, plus the response from Christopher to what I said, alright? Because he messaged me last night and he was not happy. He was not happy whatsoever. What the hell? These moaners, aren't they? Do nothing but moan all day. Jesus. So yeah, we're going to quickly go over the first original messages that he sent to me, just so that you can catch up and that they exist on my channel, right? So if you've seen them already and you're bored of them, I'm sorry, but I'll try and go through it as quickly as I can. And if you haven't seen them yet, well, good luck, because this is fantastic. Now, I can't prove or show why I know that this is Chris, right? But I do know for certain it actually is him, because of basically the contents is only accessible by 3 people, and I know for certain it's not the other 2. So, process of elimination. Anyway, he messaged me on Instagram and he said, take this message as your one lifeline. If you choose to ignore this, then there will be no going back for you. You have made a living out of trying to destroy innocent families on the internet for years. This obsession will now be your downfall. And he goes on to say, collected over a period of time from professional and personal sources, we have very damning evidence that will ruin you. It will absolutely ruin me indeed. It ruined me to the extent that I got so excited that I nearly... Yeah, you get the picture. Sorry. No. Don't say that. Fucking hell. Including evidence of underage grooming, tax evasion and benefit fraud. He's got it all sorted. This must be from his professional sources and personal sources. Obviously, he knows people. He knows a friend of a friend of a friend that works for the benefits agency. I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever Chris has all the evidence he needs to ruin my life. Absolutely. I have an extensive data bank of conversations between yourself and a number of young, vulnerable girls, ages ranging from 17 to 17 in the early 20s, all vulnerable adults by their own admission. They didn't say that though, did they? No. Odd that Chris would specifically mention that the youngest was 17 when he was accused and proven to be grooming this 16-year-old. I'm sorry, Christopher. Anyway, yes, the allegations there by Chris. I'm not quite sure what to tell you, Christopher. I've already told you this already. Anyway, obviously it's not true. He goes on to say, evidence of money being sent to said individuals and gifts being received, grooming for personal details like their home addresses. Okay, so I'm not going to prove it on this video, but in yesterday's video, and if you haven't seen it, you'll have missed it. But I did show evidence that of what was what. I sent a friend a gift card for their birthday as a nice gesture. That's what I did. And I sent somebody who wanted a failed attempt at a hoodie design. They wanted it, so I sent it to them with my best of luck, right? So that's what happened there. Declarations from yourself made to young girls about having purchased multiple personalized video messages from a young female influencer. The list goes on. That's right, I purchased 2 video messages from Isabel, that's Chris's stepdaughter, and they they actually put them on the website for sale, you know, for actual people to buy. That's right. So I bought 2. They sent 1, ripped me off the other 20 quid. Lovely family. Yeah, but Chris actually got, he knew it was me, and he got his daughter to record a message to one of their biggest haters. So, you know, who is the worst of that? Oh, I don't know, Christopher. I don't know. All these young girls claiming to have been groomed by you for a long period of time and threatened in a very disturbing way with their silence. That didn't actually happen either. With countless amounts of evidence to back this up. He hasn't got any evidence to back this up, by the way. Just quick disclaimer. The recent upload on the Raccoon channel, which is, by the way, Chris is the only one that I know that spells Raccoon with 1 C. Just want to put that out there. Which is downloaded and saved. Not only screams your fear and guilt, but it is also a direct threat to the safety of Chris Ingham and his family, currently residing in Dubai. Now, the problem there is, I thought Dubai had a 0 crime rate, you know? People wouldn't dare go over there to hassle the Inghams, would they? Because that doesn't happen in Dubai. No, there's no crime over there at all. He goes on to say, someone you have relentlessly targeted for years at your own financial gain, something that the police will be very interested in receiving. Well, yes, of course, Christopher, of course. Fortunately for you, I'm not in the business of harming others, no matter the wrongs you may have done to others, all for your own financial gain through YouTube monetization and other means. For this reason, I am giving you one opportunity. He is an absolute star, isn't he, Chris? You have until the end of today to remove all content from your channels on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the tickiest of talkists. Every piece of content on any family you have ever pursued removed. I feel like this was a great opportunity that Chris is affording me right now. You will also issue a formal apology on a video on the Raccoon channel and TikTok directed at all the families you have targeted on there, with a special emphasis on Chris and Sarah Ingham for the defamation you have subjected them to daily. So I did just that, you know. I thought I need to do just that because Chris has given me the opportunity of a lifetime and I could not pass it up. Right, so some of you already know that I took all my videos down and I issued a public apology on my channel, and yeah, it went it went down like a lead balloon. So, I don't think I can pull it off, right? I can't pull off this like straight face stuff, right? I found it very difficult to do that without laughing. You will leave this video up for a minimum of 2 hours. Then all your social media channels will be deleted, removed for good. Yeah. I saw the opportunity and I grabbed it with both hands, you know. You will not return to the internet. Should you adhere to this, then the evidence on you will be deleted and never see the light of day. You will get a second chance to redeem the wrongs you have committed and start all over again. God bless you. God bless you. Should you not adhere to this, then a video outlining all the above evidence that has been gathered on you will be shared online through multiple platforms. I did heed the warning. I had to, because that scared the frig out of me, right? Showcasing you in a much worse light than any of the people you have relentlessly made videos on. Wow. It will also be forwarded to the local Gwent police force, which is my local police force. Right, so obviously he knows where I live. You know, he's got my address, obviously. It's always the ones relentlessly and wrongly pursuing others about this that are always the ones doing it themselves. You have one opportunity to F off for good. The clock is ticking. Wow, okay, calm down, calm your cotton socks, calm them down, alright, I'm going. Jesus Christ, he's getting the knickers in a twist, isn't he? My word. Right, so I did all that. Before I did all that, right, I messaged him back and I said I would do it on the proviso that we have a phone conversation, right? Because I'd like to have a word with Chris. I'd like to have a word. He could be a special guest on like a podcast. I think we would work well together. Dougal and Chris podcast. Okay, so if I had a podcast with Chris, right? Comment down below what you think the podcast should be called, right? Myself and Chris, what would you call my podcast? Comment down your ideas down below. It'd be fun. So yeah, I asked him that, but he was not best pleased with that whatsoever, right? Why would he? You know, I thought it was a good proposition anyway, but he came back to me angrier than ever before. He said, "You do not get to make any kind of demands here, you F. You know the evidence I am claiming on you is real. None of it can be excused." I've already excused it and I've already debunked it, right? So anybody that wants to come at me, that's, you know, take Chris's word for things. You claim your biggest obsession, Chris Ingham, is a groomer. Well, nothing I have seen about him is close to this level of creep. Not even close. Not even this. These messages were sent to a 17-year-old, asking her to go skinny dipping and things about him being naked and things like that. Yeah, that is the level that Chris was going to. But you know, who am I to say what's right and what's wrong? Chris Ingham has spoken, guys. He goes on to say, "You are a worm, a sad little man that has nothing about you other than trying to profit off other people's harm. Not just that, but children's harm," says he, who posts his kids all over the internet for people to have an opinion on, right? Just think about that, Chris. Where do you think it leaves the children of the families you target? You have one chance to do the right thing and adhere to my demands above. Nothing would give me greater pleasure than to drag your sorry excuse for a man all over the internet, showing you as the grubby little nonce you claim others in fact are. So, Chris, I haven't actually ever said that you are that, by the way, so thank you for your words of wisdom. You know, that will be forwarded to the nearest police officer, shall we say. It's always the ones shouting about it that you have to watch out for. I wonder what Gwent police would find on your hard drive if they had cause to search it. Everything deleted and an apology. You won't be asked again. You won't be asked again. Thank you, Christopher. You scared the friggin' life out of me, so I decided to do it, right? I did it, and then I undid it all. As you know, I undid it and I put out the video that I did yesterday exposing them for everything, right? So we're back up to date now. I've done that as quickly as possible. I've condensed it as quickly as possible. Now, what happened yesterday evening was that he messaged me again, and we're going to go through what exactly he said, because he gets worse. He gets actually worse, and he's an absolute moron, right? I think we've established that he's a moron, but let's take a look at how morons behave in the wild. So he sent me this and he said, "Had to laugh just now at your own bold and arrogant defiance. You wish Chris Ingham was behind this. Suits your agenda perfectly. But what you have to realise is he has far too much to lose getting into public messes with nobodies like you." Well, that may well be true, but how do you know that? I mean, how do you know exactly what Chris is thinking? You're not Chris, remember? You're not Chris. I mean, haven't you ever wondered why you have never even tickled their own radar publicly, despite years of relentless provocation? Oh, publicly being the key there. Right there. That's the word. Publicly. Why do you think you've never tickled their radar publicly? Which means, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that they have in fact done it privately behind the scenes, like the moronic and cowards that they are. That's right, behind the scenes, where nobody can look at them, where nobody can judge them, so they can keep up their perfect little image to say that, look, we are this amazing little family. We just vlog online, and we've got all these haters. We have all the haters in the world, and they just hate us for no reason. It's just because we're famous that we get hated on. But in actual fact, behind the scenes, as Chris has just mentioned there, they do what they do in order to make people's lives just a little bit worse. Isn't that right, Christopher? That's right, isn't it, Christopher? That is right, Christopher. So yeah, I don't think I need to say much more than that, but unfortunately Chris didn't agree because he wanted to go on and on and on. He's a fucking bore, isn't he? You do not matter on their level. Well, I beg to differ. I don't want to toot my own horn, right? I don't like to do that, but I do like to think that I have played a rather large role in, you know, the downfall of the Inghams, because basically the reason the Inghams are doing so shit now is because people are talking about them and getting IFAM, right? They get the IFAM to change their minds on the Inghams. So basically, a lot of my viewers are ex-IFAM. So what I want you to do now, if you are personally an ex-IFAM, did you used to watch Inghams in any way, shape or form, you came across my videos and changed your mind on them, let me know in the comments down below. Just say you're ex-IFAM. That'd be perfect. Let me know, because it's a good experiment to see how many lives I've changed and how many opinions I've managed to change, right? He goes on to say, you should think of me as someone who just can't stand socially deficient little scumbags who try to relentlessly damage children and their families as you so boldly do. I like to boldly go where nobody's gone before. Aren't I right, Sarah? That's right, you know it's true. For their own financial gain. Well, I like to get paid for what I do. I'm sorry, Chris, you try working for free. See where that gets you. You're supposed to be the man of the Matrix, right? Matrix man. You know that you need paying for your jobs. Imagine if you had all your little side hustles and they didn't pay you. Imagine if that was the case. You'd go mental, wouldn't you? Go mental. So yes, I do expect to be paid for working every day, right? I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but unfortunately these videos take a long time out of my day, right? I class it as a job. So I expect to get paid for it, right? I don't think anybody would want to turn up for work and the boss say, well, I don't think so today, you know. I think in fact, I think that maybe you've been a little bit nasty. I don't think you should get paid today, so maybe tomorrow, but you know, we'll see. We'll play it by ear, right? No, people would get a little bit annoyed that they have been working for free. Just putting that out there. And yeah, sorry, rant over. You don't matter to anyone on that level. Your videos are not even noise on people like that's radar. I realise you clearly have some kind of god complex with your minuscule 1,000 plus views. From again the same kind of sad, desperate sadists. Sadists! My word, that is harsh. Strong words. That you project yourself. You guys are watching me. He's calling you sadists, right? Well, I know I am, right? But not for these reasons. I have my own personal life. You know, you don't want to know. Jesus Christ. Why does anybody watch me? Why do you watch me, honestly? If anything, all you do is increase their relevancy and argue the point to death that you are a sadistic, mentally disturbed, retarded piece of shit. Oh, man. That was strong, wasn't it? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That was absolutely horrendous use of the English language, wasn't it, Chris? What do you call me again? Let's have a look. A sadistic, mentally disturbed, retarded piece of shit. You know, there's very few people left in the world that feel comfortable using the R words anymore, right? Chris is one of those very few people, and he's said it many times. It's very oddly specific for him, right? You need to be locked away from normal human interaction. Okay. No worries though, you made your bed, now you can lie in it. Well, I presume there that he's saying that he's going to release this video that he's got planned for me, right? Am I right? An idiot. With all the various amazing screenshots of evidence that he claims to have against me grooming. Christ. Sorry, I'm destroying the place here. 1 second. Yeah. Brilliant. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Right, we're back on it like a... God, on it. That's fucking shit. Right, let's go. So, where were we at? Chris, what's wrong with you? Yeah, he's going to release this video. He reckons it's going to destroy my life. It's going to ruin me. So that's brilliant. I can't wait for that. He's also going to pass on evidence to my local police force, which would be fantastic because I'd like to have a word with them myself over certain other things that are going on with you. And yeah, and he finishes off by making a rather bold accusation. Take it from one who has expertise in the field of forensics. Wow, okay, so add to the list forensics as one of Chris Ingham's specialities. He's now a pilot, he's a doctor, he's a... what else is he? Apart from a moron. He's a physician, right? He's a storm chaser. He's now a forensic expert. There's a few more I'm sure you can add to the list, right? He goes on to say, burning hard drives with fire doesn't even hide their tails. Well, I wasn't planning on burning my hard drive with anything, let alone fire. So what are you suggesting there, Christopher? That I've got something really, really inappropriate on my hard drive? Oh, fuck, you know, that is original. That's a new one, isn't it? Chris is like the ultimate... He doesn't have a clue. He has literally nothing. And yet he's making all these incredible claims and bold claims and saying things. Just like any idiot would say, right? I've had 1,000,001 idiots in my inboxes over the past 6 years claiming this and that and the other, saying crap, giving me death threats, right? All sorts of stuff that I don't report on. But Chris is just like them. He's literally taken what he can get, right, and just decided to say, right, take all your channel down, or I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you, or I'm going to send the evidence to the police. But I don't want to send the evidence to the police. Oh no, because I don't want to catch you in the act. I don't want you to actually pay for your crimes. No, I just want you off the internet. That's right, because if you had anything on me, Chris, anything whatsoever, you would send it to the police, right? If you don't send it to the police and you have evidence against somebody, that makes you a shitty human being, right? Am I right? Absolutely, I'm right. So if you think I'm right, please let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, just comment stuff, right? Comment down below anything that you want, everything and anything. Right. Until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Comment on. fucking said that, seriously? I think it's the age thing, right? I definitely think it's the age thing. Getting old now, forgetting things, I'm telling you to do things multiple times. Just comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you to all those that subscribed through yesterday's video. Much appreciated. Until next time, have a brilliant day. Take a bit of sun. It's lovely outside. Until next time. Ciao.